Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Ajwritescrypto, and welcome to No Sweat Bets. No Sweat Bets is my weekly Polymarket overview where I go over every money-making opportunity. In the past couple of weeks, I started an official No Sweat Bet Telegram group. I have a crypto group, and now I have a No Sweat Bet Telegram group. They are two separate groups, and we have been cooking this certain strategy, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Since I went to Vegas, I've made over $50,000 literally in the past 10 days, most of it with this single strategy on Polymarket. It is insane. We are literally printing in the group. If you want to join the Telegram group, send an email to ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Sometimes it takes a couple days to get signed up or whatever. Be patient. If you already sent us the email, we will get back to you. The group is printing. We got a lot going on and so many opportunities right now to make money on Polymarket. So let's jump into it. Thank you to Polymarket for sponsoring this channel. Smash the like, subscribe, all the things. All right. So here is, Polymarket. Obviously, we're hoping for another 25 bip decrease in October. I think that would help. Two more, slashes from here would help balance out the crypto crash we saw yesterday. Really quick, I do have thoughts on the crash yesterday. I do have a couple charts I'm looking at. I am going to post some technical analysis on my second channel, Trade Crypto, today, about 30 minutes after this video is released. So make sure you sign up, subscribe to that channel, link down below as well. So I'm going to stick with the no sweat bet for this video. But of course, there's a lot going on, a lot of things happening on Polymarket right now. But I try to zoom in on more of the sports, and that's really where I've been cooking the most. I bet a little bit on everything. I bet some random elections. I bet the mayor election. I bet a bunch of weird stuff. But I've been doing best with sports right now. Fight night. If you're watching this as it has come out, this card is still happening, and we notice. So this fight night is in Brazil, and we noticed the fight night in Paris. The French fighters, all the French fighters won. And then the fight night in Australia, the Aussies. A lot of the Australian fighters won. So far, out of the Brazil versus someone else, 6 of 7 Brazilian fighters have won. And I told the Telegram group, bet Brazilian fighters. And if you want a chance to win $200, make sure you go like this tweet on Twitter. If Charles Oliveira, who is the main event fight, wins his match against Gamrot, someone's going to win $200 if Charles wins the fight. And if he wins by knockout, 2 people will win $200. So make sure you go over to my page on X, like this post, and have a shot at $200. And like I said here, so Dinitz, I got him. Luke, I got him. Figueroa, I got him. Although these are both underdogs. They're both from Brazil. Threw a couple $100 on both of them. And really the real bet for me is Oliveira. I got $5,000 on Oliveira to win. All right. So let's keep the ball rolling here. So the Mariners beat the Tigers in, I think, the 15th inning or something like that. We watched the entire game last night. I actually got out of the game when they were up 1-0, made $1,000 just scalping the game like I do. But I am really interested to see how they perform against the Blue Jays. I am not going to be betting the first game. I want to watch. I want to see how things go down from game 1, and then I will continue from there. I will definitely be making individual calls in the Telegram group. I will be leaning towards the Mariners for this series, but I want to watch game 1 first to get a feel for it. In terms of the World Series champion, unfortunately, the Phillies have lost. So that scalp idea didn't work out for me because they did not win game 1. They went down 0-2 against LA. And I could have, I bought most of my shares around 10. I could have scalped at 17. I wanted to see them beat the Dodgers. I had a moment to get out and be successful with that scalp, but I got greedy, and that's what happens. If you intend to scalp and you get greedy, that's what happens. So there's a difference between a gamble and a strategy. And my strategy turned into a gamble that time. And I'm the first one to admit when I make that mistake. All right. So, no one's perfect. All right. But now moving forward in terms of World Series champion, it is interesting to me. One, the Mariners are only 20%. If they continue to the next round, they beat the Blue Jays, that would get really interesting because Mariners Blue Jays right now are only 19 or 21%. So if you think the Blue Jays are going to win, I'd buy some Blue Jay shares. If you think the Mariners are going to win, which I do, I'm going to buy some Mariners shares. And if they get that, those shares go from 19 cents to say 27 or 29 cents, that would be a good scalp for sure. In terms of the Dodgers, just betting no, saying the Dodgers won't win. If you bet $1,000, you get $1,750 back if they don't win the World Series. This is an enticing bet. I think they won last year. I think the Phillies were tough for them, but I just don't see them going back to back. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but I will be betting in the ballpark of $8,000 to $10,000. Would have bet $10,000. You get $17,000 back. And all the Dodgers have to do is not win the World Series. I think that's a really good bet. Lock it up. All right, moving forward, I want to talk about, we're going to go through my NFL picks. We did really well last week with the scalp strategy, and that's what I want to talk about right now. And how I've been able to make so much money on Polymarket is this. When you make a bet on Polymarket, you're buying the shares. And the shares fluctuate between $0 and $1. The team you bet on does not have to win. Okay? The Patriots Colts last week, I bought Patriots shares at 22 cents. And those shares, I sold them at like 40 something cents. Easy money, just like that. The Giants in the Eagles game, I bought the Giant shares at 20 cents. And when they got the first touchdown, I sold and made $4,000. And although they went on to win the game, how very unlikely that they go on to win the game. And you could say, oh, you would have made more if you didn't sell. But that's the difference. That's the difference between a strategy and a gamble. And when you're doing a scalp strategy, you stick to the strategy. You don't gamble and hope that the team wins. So when you go into a bet saying, I'm going to scalp this, it's a scalp, period. Don't get, I could have won more. No, be happy that you can rinse, repeat this strategy. And this is the kind of alpha I've been giving the Telegram group and why we've been so successful. All right. What I want to say, first of all, the Broncos should definitely win this game, by the way. But all of the games so far that have been the international games, this is a very early game, 6:30 a.m. for me here on the West Coast. Okay, but I am going to get up early to watch this. And here's why. All of the international games have been extremely close so far. September 5th, the Chargers-Chiefs was 27-21. September 28th, in Ireland, the Steelers versus the Vikings was 24-21. And then London Vikings-Browns was 21-17. All three of those games have been extremely close within one score. All the international games have been very close. This game is in London. Also, this game is being refereed by Land Clark. And in 2024, his favorite win record was only 61%. So that includes all of the regular season games and the wild card games that Land Clark officiated, the referee for the Broncos-Jets game. His favorited win rate was only 61%. And all the overseas games have been close. So what I'm saying, what I'm postulating here is that I'm going to buy some shares of the Jets around 24 cents. Okay. Let's say we bought $10,000 for the Jets for 24 cents. And yeah, we would win 40 grand if the Jets won the game, but that's not what we're trying to do. I don't care if the Jets win the game. All I need is two or three things. Let's just say two things. All I need are the Jets to score first, whether that's a field goal or a touchdown, which would improve those shares from 25 cents to 28 cents from a field goal, or 25 cents to 32, 34 cents even from a touchdown. If they draw first blood, we are out immediately, probably make $3,000 or $4,000 like we did with the Giants-Eagles game. If they don't score first, all they have to do is make it close. If they can be in the fourth quarter and they have the ball and they're driving down to get a touchdown and it's within one score, their shares will not be 25 cents. Okay. So although I think the Broncos will win this game, all I need is the Jets to make it close. And this year, if we learned anything from NFL this year, this past week has been the week of upsets. Upset after upset after upset. Even the Bills game, even the Bills lost, even the Eagles lost twice now. Anyone can beat anyone in the NFL. And we are not betting this game on the Jets to win. We are betting that the Jets will make it close or score first. And when that happens, we sell our shares immediately. That is the scalp strategy. I've been giving all the referee details to the Telegram group. I've been giving, a lot of statistics around the referee and a lot of statistics around the edge that the underdog team has. We're looking for mismatch underdogs to make it close. That's all we need. And will there be some blowouts? Will there be times we're wrong? Yeah, there will be. But we have made so much money with this strategy. I am willing to put $10,000 on the 0-5 Jets to either score close or score first or make it close against the Broncos. That's how good this strategy is. And I will report next week to tell you how much money I made specifically on this game. And if we lose money on this game, I'd bet you any amount of money, we'll still make money this week because of this strategy. All right, so now let's look through all the games. Boom. All right, Broncos, Jets. The Broncos should win, but we're scalping Jets. Colts, Cardinals. Colts should win, but I'm not going for a scalp with the Cardinals. I don't like the Cardinals right now. The Dallas Panthers. I'm going Cowboys here. Cowboys are slight favorite. Panthers are home, but Cowboys have been kind of reaching a rhythm here. They looked like a real team last week, and I'm gonna lean for Dallas Cowboys for the 10 a.m. game. Rams, Ravens, man. With Lamar out, the Ravens really aren't looking good, even though they're home. Maybe go for a scalp here, 24 cents against the Rams, but the Rams have been so dominant. This is a game I'm going to leave alone, but the Rams should win this game. Browns, Steelers. This is a game I'd be willing to scalp, despite the Browns being 1-4. Steelers are at home. Steelers should win, but the Browns and the Steelers always play really good against each other. They are lifelong nemesis, and I'm not scared to pull a scalp strategy for the Browns, although I do think the Steelers will inevitably win. Patriots, Saints. I have to go for the Patriots here. 37 cents for the Saints. I don't think that's too much to go for a scalp. That's too close to try to scalp. Like, you're really, for scalping, you're looking for shares under 30 cents. Jaguars, Seahawks. This is probably the best pick'em of the week. Already $100,000 in volume on this game. There will be a lot more by game time tomorrow. Guys, we learned last week the Jaguars had a massive upset against the Chiefs prime time, that they're for real. And we've also have learned that the Seahawks are also for real this year. This is a serious game. Jaguars at home. I am going Seattle. I'm leaning towards Seattle for this game. I will be betting this game publicly, probably. Chargers, Dolphins. It's hard for me to want to scalp the Dolphins without Tyreek Hill. I'm not going to try to scalp this game. The Chargers should win. Raiders, Titans. The Raiders should win. And I actually have some thoughts on the Raiders with Tom Brady being an owner and them being like in Vegas. Like, they are kind of inclined to become a good team just for the sake of betting, the home team for Vegas. But I'm not touching this game with a stick against 2-1-4 teams, but I do think the Raiders should win. Packers, Bengals. Now the 11-cent shares against the Bengals. This is like the ultimate scalp opportunity. We know that the Bengals are trash without Joe Burrow. The Packers have been really good, but they also tied the Dallas Cowboys. All right. So, and the Packers are at home. So unless this is just a bloodshed blowout by the Packers, I mean, obviously, why would you bet the Packers here? I mean, if you bet the Packers, you bet $1,000 on the Packers, you'd win $100. Why would you ever give yourself that much exposure? On the flip side, if you bet $1,000 on the Bengals, you'd win $9,000. But guess what? We're not hoping that we don't care if the Bengals win. I will be throwing a couple $100 at this game and trying to, with the attempt to sell Bengals shares around 15, 17 cents, which is insane. Even if they go to 22 cents, you double your money. I think the Bengals won't get blown out. I think that this is probably the best scalp opportunity of the week, as long as they score first or make it close. Buccaneers, San Francisco. This is also a really close game. Two solid teams, both 4-1. Bucks are favored to win. I'm going San Francisco here. This might become a scalp, buying in at 37 cents. $10,000 will get you $26,000. I don't know if I'll hold those shares to the very end of the game, but I will be leaning 49ers, even though it's an expensive scalp. I think the 49ers are good for it at 4-1 for 37 cents. That's a really good bet. And then, of course, prime time, the Lions versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs are looking to rebound after their prime time loss Monday night against the Jaguars. The Chiefs have been in the spotlight all year and have just come up short. They look really good. They got a lot of really fun experimental bubble screens. They got the tools. They got the best coach in the world. They got Mahomey in the back, but they've just been kind of coming up short this year. But now that they're 2-3, they're facing the 4-1 Lions. They're at home. I am going to lean Kansas City Chiefs here because if they win this game, they beat a tough team. They would be 3-3, and they still have time to regroup and make playoffs. It's very important to say that every year, the two teams that made it to the Super Bowl the year before have about a 69-70% chance of making the playoffs the following year. And the Chiefs already have to start thinking long-term now that they're 2-3. They have to win against the Lions. They are in a must-win situation against the Lions, and I will be betting Kansas City to win at home against the Lions. The primetime Sunday night game, $10,000 would get you $17,500 back. That is a pretty fair share. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a nail biter, but I do think the Chiefs are going to pull this one out. All right, last two games, we got Monday night, two games on Monday night. We got the Bills 4-1 against the Falcons at home, 2-2. Here's my new thing. Actually, not a new thing. I said this last year. I don't give a shit about the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not touching games they're involved in. They will win. They'll beat a great team and then get stomped out by 40 points the next week. They are too all over the place. I'm not betting them. I'm over the Falcons. I'm not touching games involved with the Falcons. The Bills should win this game, but it's not. $10,000 would only get you $14,000 back, and the Bills are coming off a loss going into an unpredictable team at home. I'm not touching this game betting, but I do think the Bills should win. And then the final game, the better of the two games, the Bears versus the Commanders. This is a scalp opportunity for Chicago. Chicago shares right now are around 34-35 cents. $10,000 gets you $28,000. This is a game I will bet the Bears and hope they score first or hope they make it close. I don't think the Commanders will rinse them out. I think the Bears have a chance to make this game a good scalp. I will give many more details about this game specifically to the Telegram group when I go into the referee win rate, the referee home win rate, the underdog on the road. I can go down the rabbit hole of statistics, and all the statistics go to the Telegram group. If you want to be in an insane printing money sports group, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Make sure you tell me I want the crypto group or I want No Sweat Bet group. If you're already in the crypto group, you get 50% off No Sweat Bet group, which is important. Or if you want both, say you want to be in both, and we'll make it happen. So there you go. There are all my picks. Let's have another weekend of printing. Like I said, I'm up over $50,000 since before I went to Las Vegas. I'll be leaving for Vegas again on Thursday, going to Ape Fest, going to the When We Were Young festival. I will still be posting videos, still be doing Trade Crypto today. And that's all I got. Appreciate you guys. Smash the like button. Let me know what your NFL picks are down below in the comments. Go follow my second channel, Trade Crypto Today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the things. Have a safe rest of your day. Get rich or get wrecked. I really think the Bears are going to win, by the way. Let's go. Let's go, Chicago.